And now it's on to Suzuki fun. Oh, this is kind of cute, and I probably have to take them off just to work on the car. Again, from my fabulous new friend, Linda. She gave me antlers. And so I put those antlers on the front of the Suzuki. I think it makes it look fierce. So I'm going to work on the Suzuki today. And do some other things as well. I'll miss some fuzz. But I've gotten a lot of comments regarding what's wrong with the Suzuki. And not really sure which it is, because it's a diverse list. You know, some people say it's the catalytic converter, which it very well could be. I last had, you can see I didn't even put the carburetor on very well. Carburetor, or whatever that thing called, cover, on very well the last time I was messing with it. And the reason I didn't do that was because I didn't know if I was going to have to mess with it again. But as you can see, this is a carburetor. This is not fuel injected. So I have carb cleaner, which I am going to spray down into that hole. But see this little nubby thing right here? See that little nubby thing? If anybody knows what that's called, it'd be fabulous to know. The reason I say that is because this is leaking fuel out of it. And I don't really understand that. I don't understand what that thing is, and I don't understand why it moves. I don't like things that move that don't seem to. This little boot is broken on it. I don't know that that makes any difference. I'm going to go with probably not. But this has something to do with the accelerator. And I just don't know. I don't know what that is. So if anybody knows what this thing is, please tell me. And tell me whether or not it's supposed to move like it's moving. Next is, as I said, I'm going to spray carb cleaner down here. I know most people think it's an enormous waste of money, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is wrap the fuel lines in foil, because somebody told me, not a mechanic, that putting foil on the fuel lines keeps it from vapor locking. Don't really get that. But as you can see, air filter is clean. Bin for air filter is quasi clean. The engine's dirty, but it's not so dirty that it should keep it from running well. But yeah, that's my challenges today. So this is the, down here is what is called a vapor canister. And I'm not sure that that's not my problem. This is a smog thing, and what it does is it takes the vapor out of the fuel tank so that you don't have a fuel tank explosion in the event that you are rear-ended, which has already proven to be just a friggin' waste of time. So now it's just an air pollution thing. So that's that. The other thing that I'm going to do is, you can see the distributor cap is very dirty. I'm going to clean all of this up, and my coil as well. I'm going to clean up this and then clean up the spark plug wires and see if that helps it run any better. I just don't know. And as I said, I changed the fuel filter on it. There's Zip. This is why he gets so dirty, because he plays under the RV and whatnot. And Suzuki, obviously. But I'm going to take this off, clean it up, and then, you know, go from there. see if it starts up, run down, get my mail out of the mailbox. It's basically what I use it for anyway. And see where I go. I've replaced the valve cover gasket here, and you know, this is just gunky because I put oil in it when I didn't have really needed a funnel, and I didn't have one, so it kind of slopped oil all over, but I'll clean that up. I like having a clean engine. And that's what it looks like. The gap seems kind of off. I don't have a gapper to check, but that seems really excessive. I just changed these spark plugs last year, and now I'm feeling the urge to do it again. I'm just closing up that gap a little. Interesting and weird. Okay. You can see that's pretty dirty. Dusty is really probably a better word. And it really, I'm not liking the look of some of this. So I'm going to very gingerly lift that off. And let's see what the inside looks like. Yeah, I see this little nubby. When I put it back in place, I'll lift each one of those off. Because, you know, once again, there is an order to this. And I don't want to screw up that order. Oh, stay over there. Thanks. Does it look like I know what I'm doing? Because I really don't. And because I really don't, I'm not going to yank on anything, even though I have seen a mechanic lift this thing out of here. But I didn't. Oh, I think it's like a plug thing. I don't know. Just not going to mess with it until the replacement comes. Just going to get some of the crap and dirt and whatnot off it. Oops. Oh, reaching too far. Now I'm going to use my parts cleaner. But what I'm going to do is spray it on my rag and just go over this part that looks like it's a contact. Oh, no worries, no worries. And again in here. There's no cracks. The distributor cap sometimes will crack. It doesn't seem to be the case here. And again, going over what I think are electrical contacts. And I don't even know, honestly, whether or not this is the problem. I really don't. But yeah, sometimes with cars, it's just a process of elimination. Okay, round you go. Back on you go. And that's all I'm doing, is a process of elimination. Oh, get on there. Thank you. Is it just the two? Looks like it. Yeah, spraying this stuff on will probably disintegrate my wires, whatever. I had a Volvo years and years ago, and it started giving me trouble. And just when it was damp, when it was wet outside, it just did not want to start. Funny, funny old car. Anyway, long story short, I would spray WD-40 on the spark plug wires. Friggin' started right up. I've always been kind of fascinated with the mechanics of vehicles. Don't know why. I never learned about fuel injection. By the time I could afford a fuel injection car, I could afford to take it to a mechanic and get it fixed. And that was fine with me. Let's see about pulling this off. There we go. How's that looking? How's that look? Looks nice and shiny. Don't know if that means anything either. In a woman's world, nice and shiny means good. In a car, who knows? Who knows? That doesn't want to go. There we go. So that doesn't want to go back on. Now down here, let's turn. This is how you adjust the timing. And it could be a timing issue as well. So until my replacement parts get here, this is about all I can do. Now the other thing that I'm going to do is, and this is going to sound insane because it sounds insane to me, so I'm assuming it's just insane. Oops, did it again. Somebody told me that in the event that it is indeed a vapor lock, that if you wrap the fuel line in aluminum foil, seriously, aluminum foil, then it makes the vapor lock go away. Am I going to do it? Yeah, what the hell. So I got my heavy duty foil and I wrapped these. I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to fuel lines. I have no idea. But I wrapped those, and then the fuel filter is located behind this wheel. And so I wrapped it both going into the fuel filter and then coming out of the fuel filter. So that's done. Okay, here she is running. She started right up like I knew she would. I'm just letting her warm up. Yeah, you'd think this is a perfectly running car, but it's not. Now see, I don't like the sound of the exhaust, which makes me think catalytic converter. That's my tissue test. Now it's not sucking it in, but it's also missing horribly. So I don't like that. And that could be the catalytic converter. Not sure. And I'm not even going to mess with the timing. Okay, maybe I am. Now that funny front noise that you hear, that is a belt and or pulley that is, you know, suffering, and I know that it'll eventually have to be replaced. I'm not worried about it right now. I got bigger fish to fry. And yeah, it's annoying for me too. So mark right here and a mark down here. I'm just going to turn it enough to line up those two. Right there. And then tighten it down. I'm going to go put my 12 millimeter away. You guys are my witness, so when it disappears, gremlins. And what really bothers me is I'm pretty conscientious about my tools. Okay, they're really dirty right now, but as far as putting them back and knowing where they are and stuff like that, I'm pretty good at that. So that's why it kind of amazed me when I was having trouble finding that 12 millimeter. Okay. New sound. Oh, it's going away. That noise eventually goes away. Like it has now. So, drove to the mailbox, which is about 3/4 of a mile, and back, mile and a half. And then, while I was at that end of the world, I stopped at my neighbor Linda's and chatted with her for about 10 minutes, leaving the Suzuki running the entire time. And, of course, it's fine. So, I don't know if it just takes more distance. And in that the Suzuki does not have air conditioning, even though it's not a very hot day today. And I could, you know, drive it around, even though I don't have air conditioning. I have other things to do.